So, what's up, Ken? Doing very well, thanks. We're just about to get started with our weekly Wowhead economy wrap-up. We have just embedded ourselves on the homepage, so welcome everybody if you are tuning in from the homepage of Wowhead or on the blog post itself. This is the 38th edition of the WoW Economy Weekly Wrap-up. There is an active giveaway on the stream today, so if you'd like to come and click through into the stream itself and type the word goblin in the chat, you will enter for your chance to win 30 days of game time. It's open to both EU and NA players, and we'll be picking a winner at the end of the Wowhead segment of today's stream, probably in about 30 to 40 minutes or so, just while we talk through the blog. But thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome. As I say, it's 30th edition. Hasn't really been too much happening this week. There was a beta build, but besides that, wasn't really anything going on. Anyway, if you are new to the stream or to the blog itself, my name is Gumdrops. I'm the lead moderator for the WoW Economy subreddit and the accompanying Discord server. The Discord server is approaching 24,000 members now, which is pretty fantastic. Kind of the go-to place for gold making in World of Warcraft now. I'm also the support manager and user evangelist for Trade Skill Master, the auction house add-on suite. And the blog posts every week on Wowhead. I do hope to cover and showcase interesting topics and discussions, content and guides that have been going on over the last week. So I'm not kind of doing any step-by-step instructional things. I'm not trying to be proactive about sharing information. I'm just kind of showing everybody what's been going on. Either if you're a new goblin looking for some starting information, or if you're a veteran to the gold making community, you may have missed out on some things over the last few days. But yeah, the format, as I say, is not going to be a traditional guide, but it's kind of my commentary and opinions based on what has been happening. In this week's edition, we're covering the Children's Week, which is still active for another couple of days. You can still participate in the holiday event, either just to get involved or to make some gold from it. It's also had this week the Super Squirt Pet Day, which is kind of a once in a blue moon situation regarding leveling pets. Always worth keeping an eye out for. Also chatting a little bit about gold challenges, gold making challenges. And our friend Samadan posted up a very nice summary of his April gold making, which we'll have a quick read through to see what he's been up to. As I mentioned, we are prefacing this week's edition just to confirm that there was another beta build for Battle for Azeroth, but there was nothing of major interest for gold makers and goblins. There were 2 new unique 31 slot bags, which I guess we'll have a quick look at. But they're not really going to change anything regarding the new crafted bags or the Hexweave bags from Draenor, because they are unique and they're locked behind reputations. So there's a pack of many pockets, and there's an Admiralty Marines duffel bag, each requiring Revered with their respective factions, and providing 31 slots in a unique bag. So this is just kind of a one-time reward, which won't really affect anything, considering the new biggest bag for crafting from tailoring will be 32 slots. It's not going to really affect anything. What was the vanilla bag called? I don't remember, Roshin. Besides that, there's a few new interesting items which I did link to on the WoW Economy blog post. Just kind of the highlights of the build. Besides that, all the profession changes in this latest beta build have all just been name changes for the crafted items or the reagents. Basically spelling corrections and just like a rename of a particular mat or material. They've gone a different direction. So yeah, I didn't feel like we needed a full section on the beta this week, because there wasn't really anything interesting in it for our mission as gold makers. However, active this week is the Children's Week. There's still a couple of days left, and goblins around Azeroth will be making use of the holiday event to make gold, as Kuragard describes. One way is to sell food for the achievement, bad example, which is required for the meta achievement of the holiday event. With cooking, you can make a delicious chocolate cake and tasty cupcake. You'll need some major oil and small eggs. The chocolate cake, obviously people have been flipping these materials and flipping these cooked items. Tasty cupcake and delicious chocolate cake.
I got the best deals anywhere.
There's some other foods for the achievement that are just purchased from a vendor. Just a few silver each. The Dalaran brownie, the Dalaran donut, the red velvet cupcake, and the lovely cake slice, which comes from the lovely cake. You could buy these from a vendor for very cheap and just sell them on the auction house, which I'm sure a lot of you guys have been doing this week. There's also the Tigule and Furrow's strawberry ice cream, which can also be bought from various vendors and sold directly on the auction house. The other potential market would be looking into investing in some of the pets related to the event, like Peanut, Egbert and Willy. They can all be obtained yourself by doing the Children's Week questline, or you can just buy them off the auction house to resell at a later date. Obviously during the event they're going to be a lot easier to acquire and probably cheaper, as people are listing them on the auction house, so you'd be buying them up now to resell in the future when the price is increasing a bit. Kurragar has been selling the vendor food for about 2,000 gold each, and 10 of the chocolate cakes for 1,000 gold each. This was at the beginning of the holiday event, and I know Samadan has been selling some chocolate cake on his realm for 4,500 gold each. There was nobody else listing those items on the auction house, so the demand was obviously there, but there was no supply, so Samadan definitely jumped in on that, went and collected some materials, and made some big gold, which is great to see. Hazel of Hazelnut Games also prepared a short video guide on making some gold with the holiday event. I'd always recommend checking out Hazelnut Games. She has some great content out there. All about the game in general, but she does do a lot of pet stuff and introductory tips and tricks and guides for maybe new players and things like that. So discussion points for this section. Have you guys sold any of the vendor items this year? And have you completed the Children's Week meta achievement? I know some of you people have been only playing the game for the last year or so. You may not have been playing long enough to get the achievement done, but I'd be curious to see how many of you guys have actually done the achievement and whether you've participated in making some gold with this particular holiday event. So yeah, feel free to answer in the stream chat or leave a comment on the blog post. Let's turn this down just a touch. There we go. So yeah, that's section 1. First part of the blog this week. I will take this opportunity to remind you guys that there is an active giveaway on the stream today. If you'd like to get involved, you should come and click into the stream chat and type the word goblin and then follow the stream. You do need to be following the stream in order to be picked as a winner. But up for grabs is 30 days of WoW game time, and it's open to both EU and NA players. So all you have to do, as I say, is come into the stream chat, type the word goblin, and we will be picking a winner after we finish chatting through the blog post today. Another 3 sections to go. We'll pick a winner after that. So if you are listening on the Wowhead homepage or on the blog post itself, do feel free to click through and get involved in the giveaway. See if you can win some game time. Hey, what's up, Cal? Thanks for joining us. Finished the meta achievement in 2009. Nice one, Calypsy. I think I missed out on my meta achievements 1 year because my subscription lapsed just for that month. I had to wait until the next year to get it all done. But yeah, I'm all up to date with my meta achievement. Anyway, second section of the blog this week is the Super Squid Pet Day, which passed on April 29th, I think it was. Maybe April 30th. Oh, I've missed a bracket there. Let's go and fix that real quick. Where are we? Here we are. So the Super Squirt Day. Squirt is an NPC pet trainer in the garrison in Draenor, and every once in a while it lines up with the Pet Battle bonus event, which is a week-long bonus event that gives you 200% increased experience for battle pets. So the Squirt pet trainer can be challenged or dueled, whatever the pet battle term is, or maybe battled, I guess, over and over, and combined with the safari hat or the lesser pet treat. You can actually level a pet from 1 to 25 in 2 battles with this once in a while combination of the Squirt pet trainer and the pet battle bonus event. So each battle takes less than 2 minutes, so that's 4 minutes to get a pet to 25, and gold per hour with this method. Level 25 pets generally adds about 3,000 gold in value, so if you level up 15 pets per hour to 25, you're looking at a potential 60,000 gold per hour, provided you of course have a good inventory of pets. Some good ones to level up include crafted ones like this one is the mechanical Pandarian Dragonling. Let's refresh and make sure I got that right. Yes, I did. Mechanical Pandarian Dragonling. Cheap ones like Creminius and whatever other high value pets you might have in your collection to add a bit of value to them. This is of course coming once again from Kurgar, trusted goblin in the community on both Reddit and Discord. Lots of very helpful tips and tricks and helpful answers from Kurgar in the community. Also worth noting that after each pet battle you can talk to Leo the Lioness to restore your pets. You don't need to use any pet bandages, and if you don't have a garrison with a menagerie, you can find someone else that has one and visit their garrison. At the time there were 3 groups up in the custom groups for it, and use that to level your pets. I'm not going to talk through the specific step-by-step guides on how to win the pet battle, but there is a text guide and a video guide from Hikons, another trusted goblin in the community, on how to win the pet battle and how to structure your pet team in order to level up a pet. And you might be thinking, well, what's the point of talking about this now when it has already passed? But we do have a schedule. We can figure out when the Super Squirt Day is going to be active on both NA and EU regions. So Sunday 29th, yes it was the 29th of April, was this past week for the Super Squirt Day. The next one on NA servers is going to be Wednesday 13th of June, but there's not going to be one on EU servers until Monday the 6th of August. So you've got plenty of time to prepare, identify the pets you would like to level, and get them collected. So there's only going to be 2 more Super Squirt Days on the EU servers, but there's going to be 3 more Super Squirt Days on NA servers. So there's a nice little handy calendar guide situation on the blog post itself that you can print out and stick to your notice board. Make a point of adding these to your calendar if you would like to use the Super Squirt Day to level your pets. And I found the guide, or rather the calendar here from the Warcraft Pets Discord server, which is a really fantastic resource. It's a very friendly and helpful community. All things pets related in World of Warcraft. You can find PvP groups and information on where to find pets, how to obtain them, and what kind of pet battles you can do, and just generally be better at pet battles. Seems a bit off that EU only has 2 compared to 4. I think it's just timing with the daily quest from Squirt and then lining it up with the bonus holiday or weekly bonus event with the pet battles. So it's kind of like a solar eclipse. You can predict when it's going to happen, but it doesn't happen on like a regular weekly or monthly basis. It's all kind of a strange schedule, so to speak. How's it going, Tiffanatic and Malrath? Thank you guys for tuning in today. So yeah, that's the second section. Discussion points for this section is, did you guys use the Super Squirt Day to level your pets this time round on NA servers? Or are you waiting on EU to get onto early August for your Squirt Day? Which pet is your personal favourite? Whether that's for pet battling or just as a companion pet? Or does a certain pet have a particular meaning for you? And also just a general goal making question, do you potentially deal with battle pets and buy and sell them either on your own server or across multiple servers. So again, feel free to answer in the chat here on stream or leave a comment on the blog post. That'll be much appreciated. But that is the second section completed for the blog today. So I will remind you guys that there is a active giveaway on the stream today. If you'd like to get involved, you can type the word goblin in the stream chat for your chance to win 30 days of WoW game time. It's open to both EU and NA players. You do have to be following the stream in order to be picked as a winner. If you're not following, it will be re-rolled. And if you are listening on the Wowhead homepage or on the blog post itself, do feel free to click through into the stream to get involved. Love to hear you hear what you've got going on with your gold making. But yeah, 30 days of WoW game time. We'll have a giveaway active every week on our Saturday streams as we're talking to the blog. This week is some game time. What's up, Saradu? See a little pink. Yeah. Don't forget to follow. Yes, absolutely. If you're not following, it will be re-rolled. Of course, there is a little bit of a subscriber luck turned on just to give you guys who've been supporting the stream for a while now a bit more chance to win. But we'll be picking a winner after we've chatted through the blog here today. There's 2 more sections to go. I've not leveled up to 25 yet. I need to read up on this someday. Yeah, it's going to be very, very handy for you squabbles if you've not done any leveling. It's going to be very useful for you. So, third section of the blog this week is talking about gold making challenges. There's a great submission on the subreddit this week from Mystic Sock, who said they goblined up enough gold to buy Battle for Azeroth for their husband and jokingly cried in guild chat that they had no money left. One of their guildies decided to invest 1 gold to get them back on their feet. So they've taken that as an opportunity to make as much gold as possible, starting from 1 gold, and make it into a fun challenge. So they've set themselves some rules: no character boosting, no professions on the challenge toon. Sending raw mats to other toons for crafting is acceptable, but only auction house or crafting vendor purchases are allowed. So no sending leather from my skinner to my tailor to make boots. I can buy the leather if I can afford it, or if they can afford it. The cost of mailing comes out of the investment money as well. So kind of a fun challenge to start off with basically nothing. And it's always kind of refreshing to start off again, but with all the knowledge and experience that you've maybe gained and the lessons you've learned from your gold making up to that point, and starting from the beginning, but obviously knowing a lot more than you did the first time you started over, or just started in general. And I personally recently started doing something myself in a similar manner. The guild I previously raided with on Ravencrest EU has transferred servers to Twisting Nether. But I did take a step down from raiding at the beginning of the year, so I didn't have any plans to follow them with any of my main characters. I guess just my main character, my rogue. But what I did do is I made a level 1 character on the new server and joined the guild as a social, and started with nothing to see what I can start doing to make gold. So this is what I'm logged into now in the background of the stream. I have 4,222 gold in the mailbox after signing a guild charter to receive 500 gold, and then selling my level 1 starter gear for 500 gold each, or up to 500 gold each. See, I'm now a nice naked orc on Twisting Nether. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see how this pans out and how far we can take it, basically. And I was surprised with myself and how excited I was to log in and check the new server, starting off a challenge and making my first purchases. I wasn't really sure why I hadn't tried anything like this before. Obviously we've discussed it here on the stream and on the blog post itself about starting off challenges and stuff. And as Billis Anixia has mentioned in stream yesterday, perhaps I was just simply stuck in my crafting routines and was spending too much time focusing on that. Regardless, as I said, it is refreshing to be doing something auction house related in the lull before the expansion launch. Obviously I'm preparing for all my crafting stuff, but it's nice to be able to log on to another server with a fresh character and work on the challenge here. There's lots of profits to be made as long as you know what you're looking for. So these are all things in the mailbox that I've been investing in. Maybe not super duper massive profits, but they are profits at the end of the day, which is what is important. And I did share some of my initial summary in the first couple of days here. Buying some bought one Blood of the Mountain for 1,000 gold and resold for 1,600 gold. The heavy scorpion scale was my very first purchase. I bought 5 of them for 10 gold each, selling them on for 72. And most interestingly, I sold a copper rod. I bought 10 of them from the vendor for 1 silver, 18 copper each, and I've sold another one here, you can see at the top of my mailbox here, 35 gold. That's an item just from the vendor. So it's a great strategy to get started with some gold making if you're on a brand new server and looking to make some initial capital. Just doing a quick vendor run. Find some consumables or find some recipes or some reagents or materials or something and put them up on the auction house. So as you can see, some of the percentages of the profits are quite good, generally around 50% plus or 50% higher. Apart from the laystone ore, but that is kind of a volume situation rather than one-off big profits. The only low ones are the ones at the bottom here, which are basically items I purchased for less than their vendor price. I didn't repost these on the auction house, I purchased them and then sold them to the vendor at a very, very slight profit. But at that point every copper did count, because I was literally starting off from scratch. Somebody else followed up on the subreddit, Xgino, and recalled their challenge from Burning Crusade. They did something in Burning Crusade called the Close Off My Back challenge, which is essentially how I started my challenge here on Twisting Nether these last couple of days. Starting capital was whatever I got from vendoring the starting armor from a freshly walled level 1 Blood Elf. They said it was horrible at first, couldn't even buy a single copper ore to flip, and made their first tiny bits of profit from camping the auction house looking for vendor flips, which is how I basically started as well, just finding items posted for less than you would get from selling it to the vendor, making a few silver or copper here and there. Their first big profit was from someone who posted a stack of Jaggle clams for a few copper each, when the vendor price for the meat was 1 silver, plus the chance for a pearl that could go for a few gold. They did get lucky and got a pearl, which has really kickstarted things. And that's all you really need, is that one item that sells for a little bit of gold, and then you can really start investing. Obviously it's not a huge scale, but as I said, every copper counts at that point. They ended up hitting their first gold cap on the toon shortly after Inscription was introduced, by stockpiling and controlling the herb market, particularly Goldthorn. So this was a little bit before my time in terms of gold making. I wasn't involved in gold making at that point. I don't think I was even playing the game at that point after my extended break. But always interesting to hear about people talking about the Glyphmas when Inscription was introduced and everybody making millions and millions of gold with the new Inscription profession. Just finishing off this section for the WoW economy wrap-up, Breg Vids has also recently completed his 0 copper to 1 million gold challenge. He's published 10 videos in the series over the course of the last 3 weeks, and I think that short time frame is a testament to the gold making knowledge that Breg has and shares in his content on YouTube. Everything he did in the gold challenge is pretty much everything that he teaches in his videos, which I have been sharing on the blog quite frequently because it is really good stuff, and I would recommend you guys checking it out and subscribing to Breg on YouTube. I'm not going to start off the video, but you can check out each of the 10 episodes and follow his journey from 0 copper to 1 million gold. So discussion points for this section this week: have you guys ever participated in a gold making challenge? Did you start off with nothing? Did you set yourself some rules? What was the situation there? And what kind of rules would you set yourself for your own challenge? So maybe you could come up with some gold making challenges for yourself or for your guild or for your friends perhaps. Giblet, not quite reaching, but yeah, curious on whether you guys have started fresh, started from the beginning and try to make as much gold as possible, starting from nothing.
Ah, potential customer.
Make gold without using the auction house to sell on or buy from. That would be interesting, Jack. There's obviously ways and means of doing that, but don't think I'd try something like that myself.
Ah, potential customer.
Thank you guys for the follows. You do have to be following the stream if you'd like to get involved in the giveaway that is active this week. If you want to get involved in the giveaway, all you have to do is type the word goblin in the chat, as you guys have been doing already so far. You type the word goblin in the chat, you enter for your chance to win 30 days of WoW game time, and it's open to both EU and NA players, and we'll be picking a winner after the Wowhead section of the stream today in about 10-15 minutes. It's not case sensitive, Dan. You can type lowercase or uppercase. If you are listening on the Wowhead homepage or on the blog post itself, I do appreciate it. And if you'd like to get involved, do go ahead and click into the stream and type the word goblin for your chance to win. But just finishing off this weekly WoW economy wrap up, we have Samadan's April summary. He also just recently surpassed 1,000 followers on Twitch, so big congrats to Samadan for that. He's doing some art giveaways. He does a creative stream on Saturday mornings, if you don't already follow him. But he put together a summary on what his gold making stuff has been going on in April. He's been focusing a lot on cooking and enchanting. Enchanting is his main primary profession. But he said cooking is kind of making up for the fact that enchanting sales are dropping. He's still making more, well, the same if not more gold with cooking compared to enchanting at this point in the expansion. So he's interestingly pointing out that he's making a lot of gold with the enchant weapon Mongoose, which is an old world previous expansion craft, but still obviously selling a lot of Legion content like your neck and cloak enchants. He made 691,000 gold profit in April, which allowed him to buy 2 WoW tokens to add to Battle.net balance, and he now has 6 months ready of game time with 2 months remaining on his existing sub. He also gives some tips to do cooking with the chef's hat and also the Pierre pet from engineering. This is a companion pet that acts as a portable cooking fire. You can get him for less than the price of a token. It works out cheaper than a little Ragnaros, which is the in-game store pet, which also acts as a portable cooking fire. If any of you guys did not know that, maybe a Today I Learn moment. Samadan also has been shuffling Hecilian into Obliterum. It's worked out quite well on his server specifically. You can always obliterate the uncut and the cut gems, depending on the price of them. And the other thing they've been making gold, or he has been making gold with, is Ember Silk cloth. It's been consistently highly priced on his server, and others' servers may also be high as people go for the first aid achievements that are going to be removed in Battle for Azeroth. So definitely worth checking that out. He also prepared a little guide on how to stock up on some Ember Silk with Bastion of Twilight Trash Farm. But he also has a video kind of talking through everything he's been doing, demonstrating what his TSM setup is doing for his profit that he's been making. Well worth checking out. Not your personal ones, the ones you craft for selling, yeah. The Sam is Bob Ross, absolutely. So discussion point for this last section is, what has your gold making look like for this past month? And what are you guys doing to prepare for Battle for Azeroth? So again, feel free to say in the chat or on the blog post itself in a comment. Let's just say the word goblin once, Mini Bandit, or your entry. But yeah, we'll be answering more questions here on stream after the Wowhead segment, which is starting to draw to a close. So if you guys have not already, you can come and get involved in the giveaway that is currently active on the stream. 30 days of WoW game time are up for grabs, open to both EU and NA players. And all you have to do to participate is type the word goblin in my stream chat. You do have to be following the stream in order to be picked as a winner, otherwise it will be re-rolled. Nice loose there, QR, thank you very much. NA is the saltiest region apparently. Forgot to enter. It's all good, Emery. But yeah, if you are listening on the Wowhead homepage or the blog post itself, do feel free to click through and type the word goblin. As I say, you do have to be following the stream in order to be selected as a winner. Otherwise, it'll be re-rolled. And again, there is a little bit of subscriber luck turned on, just to give you guys who have been subscribing and supporting the channel for a while now a little bit of extra chance to win. So that pretty much wraps up the WoW Economy Weekly Wrap-Up on wowhead.com. There is a link in the chat if you'd like to go and check that out yourself and see the videos and leave a comment and join the discussion. But I'll give you guys another minute or so to come and get involved in the giveaway. Wraps up the wrap-up, yeah, exactly. But yeah, give you guys another minute or so to come and get involved in the giveaway if you haven't already. And answer any questions you guys might have. Are the beta servers both NA and EU players? Yes, indeed, I know that. No, each region's on the same 2 servers, I know that. Go for your Children's Week pets, your slackers, easy money this week. Yes, indeed, Daniel. That's one of the sections of the blog this week. So besides buying and selling the vendor items for the Bad Example achievement, you can also just go and do the quest to get your pet, or even just buy them off the auction house while they're cheap and resell them in the future. So just another very quick summary of the blog post this week, talking about Children's Week, how to make gold with the holiday event. Super Squirt Pet Day, power leveling your battle pets when the solar eclipse Super Squirt Day is active. There's a calendar here to let you know when the next Super Squirt Day is. Also talking about gold making challenges, starting off from nothing. Kind of a refreshing challenge and change of scenery, change of pace perhaps, if you're interested in trying something like that. And also Samadan's April gold making summary, saying what he has been making gold on and what he's doing in different markets there.
Ah, potential customer.
So, thank you guys for joining me. I am going to go ahead and roll for the giveaway. So, let's bring us up on the stream here. Just make sure I move the right window here. So last chance guys to come and type the word goblin in the stream. I'll be rolling for a winner here in just a second. Spirits of Harmony have jumped on my server. Sounds good, Cathal. Have you got enough to sell on? Don't forget to follow to win. Yes indeed, you will be or the winner will be re-rolled if you're not following. So let's go ahead and click this button. 3, 2, 1, roll it. Oh my goodness, Regalthus. Thought you said you weren't going to enter. That's a double whammy. Roll again. Are you sure, Regalthus? I mean, you did win last week, so I'll have to... I think we'll re-roll. I wave my winnings. Okay, yeah. We'll click the button again. Find another winner. Because Regalthus won the 1 year of TSM Premium last week. So let's click this button once again. There we go. Daniel's the winner. Congratulations. Pass. Are you re-rolling as well? Or offering to re-roll? It's not showing up in the chat here, but I can see you in the stream chat. Just let me know in the chat clearly if you would like me to re-roll. I don't need that much. 3rd time's a charm. Yeah, quite possibly. Do it, I pass. Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Daniel. We'll find... Oh, here's the chat popping up again. Only lucky on Twitch. Okay, third try here. Let's see who's gonna win. GB Studios is not following, so this was 3rd time not a charm. Gonna have to re-roll this one. because you weren't following. This is going well. Not at all. Yeah, it feels bad, JB Studios. You did have to be following the stream in order to win. So, 4th time's a charm. Let's see if we can find a winner for the 30 days of WoW game time. What giveaways I just got here. If you want to go ahead and type the word goblin in the chat, Keelan, for 30 days of WoW game time, I'll wait and I'll see your entry and I'll click on roll it. Type the word goblin, not giveaway. There we go, there's a few more entries coming in. There we go. So, 3, 2, 1, let's click on roll it. Wave Molly, congratulations on winning the 30 days of game time. Rigged. That's all. There we go. I think that's perfect timing since your game time runs out on Monday. But thank you everybody for participating. Commiserations if you did not win. But do not fear, do not fret. There's going to be another giveaway next Saturday. Of course, every week we'll have a giveaway active during the weekly Wowhead economy wrap-up. I'll take it even if I wasn't first. Make that second, no third choice. Yeah, Wave Molly, we got there in the end. But congratulations on winning the 30 days of WoW game time. And thank you everybody for participating. As I say, we'll have another giveaway active next week. But yeah, that wraps up the Wowhead segment of the stream today. Thank you once again for joining me. I'm going to be continuing the stream here, but I'll be removing the embed on the Wowhead homepage. So if you'd like to continue watching and see my new challenge goal making character and also catch up on some more professional stuff on my main server, do click through into the stream and join us. Do say hello in the chat. If you have any questions about the blog or goal making in general, I'd be happy to help out, because we're going to be paying a little bit more attention to the chat now that we've talked to the blog. So let's save that and get rid of some of these things on the stream. Giveaway has finished. Let's change the command. Giveaway has concluded. And then we can update the stream title. There we go, all good. I love free stuff, yeah, alright. Can't complain. Go make loads of goblin gold and have enough to keep playing. Yeah, exactly. So, that was a pretty good Wowhead section. Thank you guys once again for joining me today. I'd like to thank